We are live. I am Karen Rae. This is Fave Lifestyles. Good morning, Barbara. Welcome to our Fave Live show.
Yes, thank you. I'm so excited to be here.
I am so thrilled you are one of my first guests on this new series of Getting to Know You and to celebrate you. We want to celebrate all the ladies here at Fave Lifestyles. And I just want to tell you a little bit about you. This is Barbara Badolati. Her passion is to uplift others and empower them in creating greater health, well-being, bountiful business and wellness cultures. As a sought-after speaker, mentor, and coach, Barbara moved from the shores of Lake Michigan to Seattle in 2016. She founded Live, Blissful Business Mentorship, and BeWell Retreats Global. And with the 2020 pandemic, your in-person retreats have had to go online, and you are recreating these wonderful spaces for women with Bliss Within, a virtual mini retreat, which I have also had the pleasure of experiencing. This is now a space and place where wellness experts, movement devotees, and healing art enthusiasts can share their gifts and talents. Each retreat is individually crafted, unique onto its own, as attendees receive a meaningful and enriching experience. This makes a retreat experience convenient, safe, easy, private, affordable, and time effective. It allows for the regular self-care and practical integration into one's everyday life, which we're going to be talking about today. Our 3 rituals of self-care that can change your life.
Yeah, it's so important, even more so now than ever. And we have the technology to deliver it and for people to receive it in a very safe, convenient place, their home.
Yes. I see. So we are, I just want to I see somebody coming on and saying hello. Could you give us your name as you come on and are watching today? Because we are using a new platform called StreamYard, and it doesn't show us your name. So just say, hi from Sally or whoever it is out there, because we want to be able to say hello to you too. But Barbara, welcome to Fave. We are going to be talking today about 3 self-care rituals that can be life-changing. And oh gosh, don't we all need it right now?
Well, forever. I mean, this is not a new concept.
Yeah.
And we all kind of struggle with what it is and how to incorporate it into our lives. So self-care is going to be a forever thing, I would hope, for everybody.
Yes. So let's talk a little bit. Oh, it's Katie. Hi, Katie. Katie is watching with us today. And so let's talk about self-care and about creating that blissful life, if you will.
Right. Well, we know the obvious, right? Teeth cleaning, getting enough sleep, eating well. Those are all aspects of self-care and self-respect. And some things have to go sometimes, and other times you can build up your bank of self-care so that you have reserves, kind of like we do a savings account, so that when those times are tough or we're under a lot of stress, maybe we can't get the sleep that we need, or we have to kind of benefit our diet or something, we have some reserves built in because we did at times have more radical self-care. So it could mean different things to different people. There's the obvious, but then there's also building up your bank account, if you will, and really giving yourself self-care, like a vacation or a massage or something like that.
Oh, that is so great. So, so women, we're in this pandemic in a time that no one has ever experienced. I mean, how important is self-care at this time? And as these moms who are part of our group here too, in our community, are now trying to work, homeschool their kids, and literally do it all.
Yeah, so I would invite everybody right now just to take a deep breath through their nostrils and exhale out through your mouth. That's a really simple little self-care because it affects the nervous system. And so when we're stressed or we're hurried or we're trying to juggle or we're trying to create a new way of living, our nervous systems are really frayed. Just breathing, relaxing your belly, those are little teeny things that invite in self-care, if you want to call it that, but it's really allowing your mind, body, everything changed, right? Just with that little breath.
Right.
Aware, your body relaxed a moment, your brain had to think about one thing, wasn't all over the place. So those are just some physiological benefits to self-care. Really a little thing like breathing, taking nice deep breaths.
Yeah. So here's one thing that I know a lot of women, myself included, sometimes we don't give ourselves permission.
Right. That's the underlying issue.
And feeling that we are worthy of self-care and taking that time, because it's easy to get busy with the busy.
Right. And that's a mind shift. So when you come from the perspective of, oh, when I give myself permission because I know I'm worth this massage or taking a little nap or giving myself 4 hours on Sunday to do nothing, whatever I feel like. There's all kinds of ways to incorporate self-care. But the benefit of giving yourself permission is that you'll actually have more energy and more ability, again, mentally, physically, emotionally, to be able to conquer all those different things that we have to deal with on a day-to-day or in big ways, or even just the little things that we have to do every single day. So it's really beneficial to give yourself permission for self-care, whatever that is for you. It could be sitting and just enjoying a magazine for 15 minutes.
I did that the other day. So I just want to take a minute here. I see Mary is here with us too. So ladies, if you're out there watching, let us know if there's one little thing that you do for self-care, maybe it might inspire another woman to go do that same thing. Do you take just like 15 minutes, like Barbara said, to read a magazine or to go swimming or go for a walk? What is that one little thing that you give yourself permission to do? So we'd love to hear from you. And so Barbara, so let's talk a little bit about too, the steps to creating that healthy self-care habit. Okay, so we're going to give ourselves permission.
Yes.
Because we are worthy.
And I would say, like, what is the juicy little decadent thing that you love? For me, I love body work. Now, I don't do it every day or every week, but I make sure that I give myself a massage every month. And for somebody else, it could be just like, I just want to go for a walk in a beautiful park. And I can't do it every day, but every week I'm going to do something like that. Or like I mentioned about the magazine, or maybe it's just indulging in a piece of dark chocolate. I mean, it can be so many different things that tells yourself, once you tune in, wow, I'm really getting pleasure from this. And I've talked about nitric oxide and how our body produces more of this good feeling, not just endorphins, but when we give ourselves pleasure, which is through self-care. So it's really just finding out what really makes you happy, what brings you pleasure, what is a way to nourish yourself, and also how is that balance throughout your day and your week and your month. And then giving yourself permission. And I tell people, go for an hour a day, and it could be 10-minute increments. It could be the whole hour that you go get that massage or go for that walk or whatever. But those are some steps. Is start with tuning into yourself, identify what really makes you happy. And it's going to change. It's going to change with the seasons. It's going to change with your life. Right. And then the third is carve out at least an hour a day, even if you break it up throughout the day.
Yeah, so I may even have to schedule it in because I just get going in my day. Here's some fun ones that the ladies are saying. Somebody said bubble baths. That's it to me, just sounds so decadent. It's just so wonderful. And walk my dog, enjoy a glass of iced tea with fancy mint. Ooh, I like that. In fact, here's one of mine right here. I have water with cucumber. I went the extra to put a little cucumber, and so it's super refreshing. So that brings me joy. HIIT workouts, yoga, Pilates, my favorite, not rush and slow down. Oh my gosh, how important is that? Yeah, it's so great. Thanks for sharing, ladies. That's awesome. So let's talk about 3 self-care rituals.
Yeah, so again, it's really just finding out what is important to you. And then it's about making it a habit. So there will be those things that spontaneously happen. I mean, the other day there was this little patch of sunshine on the grass. I was feeling that midday, like just need a nap. And then there was this part of me like, you don't have time for a nap.
Yeah.
And then there was this part of me that said, but that patch of grass with that sunbeam on it looks so inviting. And so part of the ritual is that you might be spontaneous. So yes, I did give myself a 10-minute just soak in the sun and just close my eyes, and it actually rejuvenated me.
Mm-hmm.
But the rituals are more of what would you practice every day? So for you, it might be, I'm going to have a glass of water every single morning, and maybe treat yourself to the strawberry, the cucumber, the lemon, which lemon is great because it balances your pH. So it could be something where every morning you do something that's part of your self-care, and then midday, and then in the evening. And it takes a while to build that muscle, and you don't want it too big because then you won't do it, or you'll not have time to do it all or something. So make it really small. So what I started to do, because I knew having a glass of water first thing in the morning with some lemon is very, very healthy. I mean, you're rehydrating after 7-8 hours of not. And so the night before, I poured myself a glass of water, and I have everything all prepped. And so in the morning, I actually step outside no matter what the weather is, and I drink my water, and I just greet the day, and I set my intention. I'm drinking the water. I could be drinking the water at the kitchen sink, but I just go that extra mile. So I would encourage people to make it small, set yourself up for success. Right. So it might be having your yoga mat at the door and knowing or your shoes or whatever. So set yourself up for success with that little habit, and then give yourself the patience to develop that habit. And at night, I have one as well. So it could be journaling. It could be your devotion. It could be, it could be giving yourself something. But I think that every day first of all, it helps you to get that hour of pleasure in. And then you can set up those little rituals. Then it becomes a habit. Then it's not even about giving yourself permission. It's just what you do because you love and take care of yourself.
Oh, that's so wonderful. And you had mentioned before too about rewarding yourself or celebrating.
Yeah, I think self-care is celebrating you, because if you are not giving to you, you can't give to anybody else. I always say that, like, who I am is actually the best of what I give to the world. So again, it's a different way of thinking about you being your priority, but you are your priority. And so, yeah, I don't know if I answered your question, but I
love that. I love what you just said about you are bringing your best self to the world. And when you are balanced, you are a better self than when you're running around crazy like.
Yeah. And knowing when to, again, it just is really self-awareness of what that is.
Yeah. So what is the second? So the first one was to schedule or have some things an hour a day to whether you break it up or it's in one time piece. So what would be the second ritual?
Well, I think that, so then the second is to develop those habits.
Okay.
Morning, midday, and evening. I think it's really nice to be able to do 3 different rituals. Could be those 15, 20 minutes, 3 times a day. Then it would be really nice to give yourself one weekly pleasure. So it could be, for me, it's having a good chunk of time on Sunday or Saturday where I don't schedule anything. I don't plan anything. I just let myself have that time. Now, I might putz around, or I might be really inspired to clean out something, or I might feel like going for a walk or whatever, but it's like, and maybe it's just an hour, whatever. So there's that weekly, and then there's that monthly where it's a little bit more impactful.
Mm-hmm.
So it could be body work. It could be coming to the BeWell Retreats that I do once a month, right? So that you're moving your body, you're connecting with other people, you're learning something new that you can take into your life to navigate it with more ease. And so there could be something like that. Or maybe it's once a month you get together with a really dear friend and you go for a hike or something. So I call them rituals because they're habits, basically.
Mm-hmm.
But it's setting those intentions for them to happen, because how often do we just let months go by and we think, I have really not done something fun with a girlfriend, or I haven't gotten any body work done, or I haven't really gone for a walk today, or so daily, weekly, and monthly would be the schedule of those rituals that you intentionally do that are also mind, body, spirit, right? Because a couple of people mentioned yoga, Pilates, right? Going for a walk, which are physical, and they do nourish us mentally and emotionally as well, and our spirit. And then there's also things like meditating, journaling, praying, those types of things that maybe feed our spirit more. And then there's other things that are more mental. I mean, some people love to read.
Yeah.
Some people like to do puzzle. Again, all those things are developing and maintaining who you are as a whole person. And so I don't want people to think self-care is just the physical,
Mm-hmm.
or just the indulgence of a bubble bath. It's all those aspects. So I would say, ask yourself, am I off balance? Am I doing something daily, weekly, monthly? Am I doing something that fills my heart, my mind, and takes care of my body?
Wow.
Right? So really making sure that you're addressing all aspects of you.
Yes, I love that. So I am interested in knowing in our audience out there, how many people take like a rest day or a chunk of a day once a week to just kind of, like you said, just take it some time to have a downtime. I just experienced myself. I was on burnout, and my body literally shut down last Sunday. And I just had to just sit there, and I thought, you know what? I need to just sit here and look at the water. And I found a really cool little spot at Semiahmoo, and I found a little rocking chair. I had a magazine, and I never just take downtime, which I really, really needed. I realized that I was on burnout, and I just sat there and I rocked, and I just enjoyed the children running by and the wind blowing through my hair, and had a glass of water, and just,
Good.
Yeah,
that's a good point about burnout. If you don't take care of yourself and have these rituals built in, even if you just start small with one thing a day, you will burn out. Because we give so much that's what self-care is about, is refilling, renourishing ourselves. And sometimes it's just sitting in a rocking chair and letting the breeze and not doing anything.
Yes. Because we're supposed to be doing, and we're supposed to be productive all the time.
So let me ask you, how would you do that on a regular basis so you don't get to the point where you're exhausted and then you have to do it?
Yeah. So I actually, and I was trying to do this. I was trying to, on Sundays, just take Sunday morning for my time. And I'm a woman of faith, so I like to listen to, now I used to go to church, and that would fill my tank several different ways, because you would connect with people. And, in this pandemic too, we are disconnected.
Yes.
So, and you were talking about taking that time to schedule with friends, friends that, you can be safe with, that, in your pod or whatever. So, and to be intentional. I love how you were talking about being intentional about it. And that is something I need to schedule in, actually, is that downtime. So it's fun to see what the ladies are saying here. We need to give ourselves the all-inclusive package.
Oh, I love it. What is that? Sign me up. I love that, all inclusive.
Yes, and it says, Tuesday I went whale watching, exhausted from my day off. Whale watching, that's cool. Yeah. I hope you saw some whales or something.
Yeah, that would be kind of interesting too, to hear from people, like, what is their off the grid fulfilling, what is it? I mean, for some people, it can be doing nothing. And for others, it's going on an adventure.
Yeah. Yes, I used to do adventures with my kids when we were little, and it was just fun. And you create, and that fills my tank is when I get to create things.
Oh, good to know. See, you tuned into yourself, you know it.
And,
And then the question is like, how do I get more of that in daily, weekly, and monthly?
yeah. I'm going to have to work on this. This is really good. I love this. So, Barbara, let's end with one of the things that people can do on a monthly basis is your BeWell Retreats. And to have, we are in this new time. So I loved experiencing the in-home spa. And I took time to do that with your retreat. And it was just filled my tank. I felt my shoulders relaxing. You had some great speakers, and each month is different, right?
Yeah, this month is the miracle of the mind. In fact, Danny Green from Fave, she's going to be showing us and guiding us through self-hypnosis on something we may want or something we want to release. And then and then Nate Gradati from Portland is going to be going through this Qigong of again, how do you move your body as if you're releasing something or receiving something? I'm going to do a visualization for your future self. So you can kind of project what would you love for your future with the subconscious and the conscious mind. So there'll be movement. There'll be some really fun meditative things. Danny's going to guide us through self-hypnosis, which I'm I don't know what that would do. And then too, because there's so many beautiful people coming to this retreat, and because we do small breakout rooms with Zoom's feature, it gives people a chance to share with one another in small, intimate settings. And it's really, really, every retreat is different. October 24th is on self-compassion.
Oh.
And November is a speaker from Atlanta, another speaker from Seattle, and that will be on the drama triangle, which is a really interesting, because we all kind of go into these different dramas in our lives, and how to shift that to make it healthier. So yeah, it's BeWellRetreats.com. Loving it. They're growing, and if anybody wants to be a presenter, there's a form to fill out for that. So it's really one. I love it. It's so fun.
Yes. Love how you're creating this new space, and so we can all create some new rituals for ourselves.
Yeah, it's really a high-end self-care practice. I feel what's we do monthly massages, or we do these monthly hikes or whatever, but now it's also let's do a monthly retreat from home every month. So yeah,
I love it. I feel like you are spoiling yourself. It feels good. Yes. Well, Barbara, thank you for joining me on Fave Live today. And I hope the ladies can take time for themselves. Take 10 minutes today, ladies. Barbara suggests an hour, but at least 10 minutes.
That's right. Start there. Thank you.
Okay. Good to have you with us today.
Bye.
Bye now.